Hey everybody, welcome. I am now going to do the mouth plate. We've got our head here. I've added some model magic to the top of it. So I have to keep it on a pole while it dries. So that's why you see the pole back here, holding the head so it doesn't press against the top. I've got my trusty old glue here and my mouth plate. So what I'm going to do is add glue, and a lot of glue, to both the top and the bottom, and I'm going to put it around the edge. All the way around the edge, around the whole mouth plate. Quite thick. I have to cut something away here. Make the gluing a little more easier. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to add a lot of glue around the edge. Right around the edge inside. I'm going to match the mouth plate up with the foam. The same for the top. You do both sides. So I'm putting it all the way around the edge. Now once again, I've used a slightly different mouth plate. It's something that I use. As far as the look of it. So, but it's the same way as if you would use the one that I showed you and demonstrated to you before. You would put the glue all the way around the edge, right here, and you also have to make sure you put the glue around the edge of the mouth on top. Now, if you wanted to add teeth, you would have to plan your head a little bit differently so that the teeth will not interfere with the closing and the opening of the mouth. Now you could put you can put glue on the inside, just in the inside here, and glue it down. But I prefer, but for this one, I'm going to add a bottom lip which will stick out further. And if I wanted to add teeth to the bottom, I could get away with it just because I have that extra lip going on. So right now I'm just adding, like I said, to the flat part right here. Sorry, get in the camera. The flat part right here, I'm adding glue all the way around, right in the creases. The best way to do creases, I can't do it because I put the base in already, which is a big no-no. There's two ways you could do this. You could do it through the hole of the where your arm goes in, which is the bottom, which is right there, which is glued in already. Or do it through the mouth, which is what I'm doing here with the mouth plate. Okay, I think we've added enough glue. I'm now going to quickly hurry up and speed dry it. Okay. I just want to add more glue to my mouth plate here before I throw some. Okay. Okay. let that dry a bit more. I just want to make sure I have enough glue. Now another thing you could use for, since I can't bend this as well, are the little brushes with the sponges on the end you can get for sometimes painting. They're pretty cheap. You get a bag of them and they're kind of a one-time use only. They'd be great at getting into these hard to reach places. Especially, like I said, the crease, because it gets a lot of wear and tear. So I'm just really making sure there's a lot of glue, because this is the area. Now, since I'm covering this puppet with fabric, it will reinforce it quite a bit. So it won't be a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal to reinforce it and make sure it's really good, but I'm just saying that you don't have to, you know, super glue it down. So now I'm going to put in the mouth. Going to get it into the crease. I'm going to follow it around. With my hand inside. So now, just like I would glue any other part of the puppet, I'm going to glue down, and I'm using my hand inside as well to really glue down and reinforce. Okay, there we go. So this side, I seem to be having a bit of a problem with, but let's go here. Gotta get my hand inside and make sure I press it on the inside as well as the outside. Don't just think that if it sticks on the outside, it's going to stick on the inside just as well. You gotta press it down with both hands. Now I might be having a problem here just with the glue. Probably not quite ready. Quite sticky enough. So, and again, you really, one thing I didn't stress was to make sure you don't get any glue on the inside of the mouth plate. It's very, very important to make sure, if at all possible. I mean, if you do, you use a Sharpie and you dab the Sharpie, especially if it's black, or if you have a red, use the red Sharpie. You just dab in the areas that you need it to be touched up. Okay? I mean, around the edge here you can see there's glue. That's not a big deal, because we're going to be covering part of the mouth with fabric. So you're really not going to see that. Again, you've got to really reinforce the corners of the mouth plate here. And make sure that they're glued down really well around the puppet. There we go. There's Frankie. So I'm just going back and making sure I reinforce all the areas. Some areas, like I said, are